Good morning and welcome to your daily weather operations brief. Starting off today, we're seeing some more moderate temperatures with light southerly winds, which are expected to gradually be on the increase as we move through the afternoon, and highs should remain consistent with what we have seen over the past few days. And later today into the evening hours, we will see some rain and thunderstorm chances develop, which could linger into the early hours of tomorrow morning. We'll touch on that here in a second. But briefly, taking a look at the current radar imagery here, we do see that we are clear as of the local area in the immediate vicinity. Expecting that to remain the case for a majority of the working day today. May see some light showers off to our west, but not anticipating any precipitation for, again, a majority of the working hours today. Now, taking a look at this morning surface analysis chart here, we can see a strong area of low pressure way up north on the very top of the screen over James Bay with a surface cold front that is extending into and across the northeast and lower Ohio Valley. And as we move through the day, we'll see that cold front begin pushing into our area, especially later this evening. And that will bring those increased chances of rain and thunderstorms, again, that could linger into the morning hours of tomorrow. And the potential for some more severe storms developing does depend on how conditions evolve across the central portions of the state throughout the day today. If we see the lingering showers that are off to the west continue and hang around with that cloud cover persisting, our destabilization could be limited and hold back our overall storm coverage and intensity, keeping that in check. However, if we do see those showers fizzle out and see some clouds clearing away throughout the mid hours of the day, we'll see some daytime heating work to destabilize that air mass, and our chances of seeing some stronger storms will therefore increase locally, which we see supported by some favorable kinematics. We see elevated shear and some moderate mid-level lapse rates across the area, and with that cold front moving through, that will act as a reasonably solid forcing mechanism. But either way, we do see rain and thunderstorm chances look to rise early in the evening, of which could be accompanied by some somewhat breezy conditions, which would possibly necessitate a wind advisory later in the evening and overnight. And then on the backside, once that front clears out, we should see conditions mellowing out with clearing beginning to show through by early tomorrow morning. As for our current conditions out on the field, we do have some broken conditions in the mid-levels around 4,000 feet with some elevated clouds aloft. We do have unrestricted visibility as of current with winds out of the southeast at about 4 knots and a temperature sitting at 55 degrees and a relative humidity of 74%. And if we move over to the most recent scan from satellite, we can see those showers and more so widespread cloud cover off to the west generated by a weak disturbance moving through. Again, that is what is going to determine just how much rain or convective activity we see later on this evening. If those showers and that cloud cover begins to dissipate, there's a reasonably good chance that we see some destabilization and that those storms will grow in intensity and make their way across the bay. Otherwise, they might just be some light showers passing through in a scattered manner later tonight. But we can also see that upper level and mid-level cloud cover overhead here currently. As for the NAM, a high-resolution model, this is looped on a 24-hour loop, and we'll wait for it to go back around here. We see those showers early morning, and then later this evening we see right about now some scattered convective activity moving through. Generally see that start firing off after 8 p.m. and some of those showers lingering to about 2 or 3 in the morning tomorrow. and then on the backside looking to be more so dry for the local area. And that will bring us to the 24-hour forecast ahead, in which we are seeing broken conditions now, borderline overcast, but some areas of blue shining through. We'll continue to see that for the remainder of the day, at least for daylight hours until we get into the evening, and then we'll see that cloud cover build in, see those rain and thunderstorm chances build in a scattered fashion, and we'll also see those winds on the rise, looking to stay below wind advisory levels at the time, but definitely trending upwards. And then once those rain chances move out tomorrow morning, see lowering cloud decks and a good chance of seeing some low-level cloud cover as we move into tomorrow morning. And for our temperatures today, looking to remain fairly consistent with what we have seen for the work week thus far, highs in the low 60s, and a more moderate temperature for our low, looking to drop down to about 54 degrees just before that front comes in. And then for the short-term outlook on Thursday, anticipating partly cloudy conditions, seeing a very slight chance of those lingering low-level clouds early in the day. They should clear out as the sun starts breaking through tomorrow morning. A high, bit higher, around 67 degrees, and then Thursday night, partly cloudy, a low around 46, with greens across the board for both Thursday and Thursday night. And then Friday, partly to mostly cloudy, seeing some slightly breezy conditions move into the region, and a high in the mid-60s. Now that is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief, and we'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a wonderful morning.